Do you know what a pick-me girl is?
I've heard some different variations, but I think I get the gist of it.
What do you think a pick-me girl is?
It's like a girl who tries to be a cool girl, wants to be thought of as the it girl, but then will do nefarious things to get to that point. That's where the bad component of it comes in.
You're pretty close.
Like sabotage other women?
Yes, that's
Well,
part of it.
Here's the deal. A pick-me girl is a term. It's a slang term. Pick-me girl. Oh, she's a pick-me girl. And that term, a pick-me, it's pick, P-I-C-K, me, pick-me girl. And it is a term that is used to insult a woman who has no problem selling out other women in order to get attention from men. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. The attention from men was a component I didn't include, but that's a big part of it.
That's a huge part of the equation. So a pick-me girl will call out, sell out, disparage another woman in order to get the attention of a man. That is a pick-me girl.
It's almost like misogynistic projection because you're a woman, but you're kind of doing that to other women.
I would like to poke around a little bit here and maybe ask some of our listeners, have you had any pick-me girl experiences? Would you like to confess? Are you a pick-me girl? Or do you know a pick-me girl as described? So any facet, and listen, I don't know what kind of calls we'll get on this, but I'd love to hear from our listeners. Or did you not know that there was a name for this? That, oh my God, I didn't know that there was a name, a pick-me girl. If anyone would like to share, anyone would like to check in on this, 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. Any pick-me girls. And if I don't get a great response here, maybe we'll bring this up again tomorrow morning a little bit earlier.
Yeah, when the pick-me girls are awake. Yes. Gotta get up early.
Gotta get picked. Jeez.
The number to get in, 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. Oh, I wish I would have told you to look. Have you seen that Verbo? You know that the Verbo like vacation or the apartment rental Verbo?
Yeah.
VRBO, and I think it's pronounced Verbo.
Yeah, what about it?
And it's for vacation rentals.
Is it like an Airbnb?
Yeah. So
okay.
we've used Verbo in the past in several places, but Verbo, and while we're seeing if anyone calls in on the Pick Me Girl, so Verbo, they're running a commercial, and you know what? It's refreshing. There's this guy with no shirt on at the barbecue, and he's like this overweight, unfit guy. And it's refreshing instead of having like some chiseled dude with a six-pack, which would be typical in the Verbo vacation rental commercial. The guy's got a big old gut as he's standing at the barbecue.
That's
Thought that
awesome.
was
Yeah.
great.
Good.
All right, Andrew's going through some calls right now to see if we have any pick-me girl calls. But Roxanne, have you ever been the pick-me girl? Have you ever?
No, I'm not a saboteur. But I feel like some resonance.
That's not what I've heard.
You've heard nothing of the sort.
You've heard nothing.
You've heard
of the
nothing of the
sort.
sort. Not to women. I'm a saboteur to people who deserve it, but I would never be a saboteur to women.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Roxanne is like
I'm a woman's. I'm a girl's girl.
Roxanne's like a Batgirl. She like fights dark forces.
Have you known any of these pick-me girls?
I mean, honestly, I think it's just another way for women to hate on each other. I think it's a phrase that came about so you can find something else to dislike about another female.
Hey, Crystal in Holiday. Hey, Crystal, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think
little-
it might be a little choppy, but we can hear you.
It keeps connecting to my car's Bluetooth. There we go.
Came about so you can find something else to.
All right, can you hear me now? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you remember a few weeks back you guys were talking about those Facebook groups and stuff where they date the same guys and the girls post the guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there's a ton of those pick-me girls on there, and they'll sit there and take screenshots of what you post about that guy, then go post it to that guy or send it to him or whatever. So you'll find a lot of those on there. And I have my own pick-me story, but I was more interested in telling you about the pick-me girls on that group.
Wow. And then what is your pick me girl story?
Oh, years back, I was dating some guy, and I had like a kind of acquaintance friend or whatever, but she was one of those girls. And so when she saw me hanging out with a guy friend who was gay, literally homosexual, she went to the guy I was dating and told him and all, and they ended up hooking up.
Oh man! So she went to the other girl and told, or
She went to her boyfriend
she went to the guy
and said, "Hey,
Yeah,
your
I
girl's
was
with."
dating.
with another guy, and this was just a friend who happened to be homosexual.
Yeah, it's literally, but he wasn't the type of, like, he wasn't flamboyant. He was pretty masculine looking. And
So
yeah,
she
the
used
guy-
that to go to the guy to then get with the guy that you were dating?
She took pictures. She took pictures of me with him and went to him and said I was with another guy.
What an evil witch.
Sexual. But because he looked so quote unquote masculine to the guy I was dating, he didn't believe me. So
Did you set things straight with the guy, or was that whole thing toast after that?
I was toast, but it was good. It was fine. He didn't believe me, but it was better that it didn't work out. So, but she totally ended up with him, and good riddance. So
Wow. And then did you had a friendship with this girl?
it was more of like an acquaintance
Acquaintance,
friendship.
yeah.
It wasn't like best friends or anything like that. But
Right.
she had definitely always given off that vibe, and I guess I didn't really like err on the side of caution around her knowing my guy at the time. But like I said, it worked out in the best.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
what'd she look like? Was she decent or no?
Well, this was when we were younger. I mean, we were in our 20s, and so like, I don't know, like, I didn't really think she was that attractive because there's girls out there that I find really pretty and everything, and I didn't really, in my own personal opinion, so I don't really know what he thought of her, but he thought enough of her to get with her.
All right, thanks. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say if she was like overly attractive though.
Gotcha. Crystal, thank you. Have a great day. Thanks for checking in.
you. Bye.
All right, Evan in Orlando. Evan, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Yeah, so what is your pick-me girl story?
Well, this is unbelievable. When I was going to college years and years ago, I don't want to say the company I worked for. I don't want to call them out because a lot of people will know me. But
But if it's years and years ago, who cares?
Evan's very famous in Orlando.
well, there's still people in the industry. But I used to do a lot of model photography for modeling agencies in Florida.
Yep.
And I had an opportunity just for one weekend as a supplemental photographer for a big event in a particular beach that you're probably familiar with.
My God, could you get any more cryptic?
Evan.
What, you're not going to tell us the beach?
You're really leaving out a lot of
Siesta
detail.
Key?
There was about 18 models,
Okay.
and I got to see behind the scenes the way these women were behaving versus when they were out amongst the audience.
Right, and how do they behave behind the scenes?
Worse than people in the military, worse than guys in the military, the way they're talking to each other.
So not catting. I was thinking you were going for the cattiness angle.
No, they probably were catty and nasty,
No,
right?
Yeah, nasty because they all wanted to be in the limelight. They all wanted more of the attention of.
They didn't want to be outshone by another one of the models, right?
Yeah, I mean, it completely changed my viewpoint of what the modeling industry was like from that point on because I thought the models behind the scenes were the way they are when you see them in public, and I can't speak for every model, but these particular models were like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, so they might look good, but they're ugly behind the scenes is what you're saying.
Sad to say.
Gotcha.
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
thanks, pal. Thanks, Evan. Appreciate the call.
I'm glad you could figure out that story with the crazy lack of detail.
Cryptic information.
It was Secret Beach. Secret Beach.
Evan's very popular in this particular industry.
Can't say the company. can't
Secret
say-
Beach.
Okay.
We love you, Evan.
Evan,
You know,
thanks.
I think the big thing is the male approval component of it. Pick Me Girl seeks male validation by directly insinuating or indirectly that she's not like the other girls. And then the sabotage part is bad. But also when I hear this, I feel like some girls are like that, and that's okay. That's just your personality, right? And why do you have to cut each other down?